Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. This is a video style that that a lot of people do. Sorry, I feel like my brain is getting like cloudy. I'm very hungry. Welcome to my channel. If you do not know, my name is Shelby. I branded myself one day as Shelby Lynn Lives and it has stuck since. That's my story. I thought I would make you a video that's sort of a paint with me where I have painted a spread in my sketchbook and I time-lapsed it. It is, I don't know how fast, I don't know the number that it is times, but it's a little bit faster, or else this would be a 40-minute video, which I just don't think I'm at the point where I have people who want to watch that. So this is shorter and I'm just gonna chit chat over it. It's kind of, some people have been using the term like podcasty style, where I'm just chatting. I talk a bit about painting, I talk about whatever. We're just here to talk. I've started to do this video for Patreon, but I thought I would do a little, I was in the painted mood and I painted an extra spread and I thought I would put it up on YouTube. Hopefully someone likes it. I'm actually very happy with how the spread turned out, so I'm excited. Let's hop into it. So, um, you know, my setup's still being worked out in terms of painting and filming, but I'm actually, again, happy with how all this came out, the filming, the painting itself. I'm not thrilled with the paint I used in terms of quality, but that's why it is a sketchbook spread and nothing more serious, because I talk about this pretty frequently on Patreon lately, but I'm doing some like really random colors that I normally don't gravitate towards because I'm trying to work through my back catalog of like random paints I've been gifted and given and have magically acquired over the years. So I have this that like weird teal paint. Is supposed to be like an iridescent reflective paint. It is so shit. I bought it for a project like probably 3 years ago at this point. It is a complete, it's just water. It's so bad. There's no opaqueness, sure, to it. It's so bad. It's barely reflective. You have to put like 4 layers for it to have any form of sheen. I hate it. But I like don't have the heart to like just throw it away. So I'm just using it on paper and it's so see-through. Hence why I use like another teal that's basically the same shade but is somewhat closer to real paint over top of it in areas, or all of them would have just been a weird sheen of light paint that basically looks like watercolor, and I promise it's not. But I, again, am using kind of random color palettes. This is a brown paint that I have watered down for a previous project, so now it's kind of like using a watercolor. But I've actually been loving it. I am such a destructive human being. As soon as I get an idea in my head, I will just do it and not think about the later repercussions of it. So I just threw water in this like months ago, so it's just like a watery mess, and that's the only brown I have left. So that's what I've been working with for anything I put brown in is just a watery mixture of paint. But it's kind of been fun. I don't know, it's added a fun element of kind of not knowing how much of a color will build up depending on the paper, how wet the paintbrush is, how wet the paint is on the paper that I'm adding paint to. There's a lot of levels. I like everything I do is like a surprise at the end. Like, I'm not sure what's gonna come out of this, and that's so exciting. But being that this was kind of a thrown together color palette, I'm still really happy with it. It's a bit of bright. There weren't too many flowers. I didn't have any like flower color left, so I just focused on the red because that's the only like bright color I have. The colors I've left are so bizarre. I'm trying to make it work, and so I really was trying to like figure out ways to add to this, but with not having a lot to work with, and quite frankly like not wanting to stress out about it. I'm not trying to like achieve perfectionism here. I truly am just experimenting, and like it fits my little mood of wanting to paint. And it had been a week where I had no time to paint, and so I filled like my 45 minutes of time with this, of just experimenting, having fun, saying like screw it, I'm not going to be upset if I hate all of this at the end. But I'm again pleasantly surprised with both of these. So I definitely put all my focus on these red. I guess they're not roses. I don't know if they were kind of supposed to be like peonies. I think that's how you say that. I'm not sure. They were a very like full flower. And they were technically more of like a rose color, like a light pink blush color, but I only had red and was trying to think of something that would differentiate from the rest of the color palette. So that's just what I went for. But I think then, oh, I used some very like light green to kind of give some more color because everything is just, the tones don't make sense together. So adding some green kind of brightened it up a bit, added more texture so it didn't just look like leaves were brown because again, the colors I have left. Sorry, I'm gonna stop saying that because clearly that does impact like everything. And then kind of just wrapped it up with some gold, which, wow, I have like 3 full tubes of metallic paint and I hate them. So I'm trying to find ways to use them, which actually this gold worked out pretty well, but I really had to gloop it on. And I think it's a mix of they're pretty old because I've just avoided using them, but also like I think I don't like metallic paint. I think the iridescent paint pissed me off. The metallic paint pissed me off. Like since getting them, I've like tried using them and been like, this is weird. I don't like it. Stop. Get away from me. But, you know, again, I have guilt over not using things and I refuse to just like throw something away. Hence, here we are. In case I haven't made that abundantly clear. But I do think actually like glooping the gold, since at this point this whole piece was kind of a gloop mess because of the weird textures of paints I have. It was fun. I don't know. I would recreate this kind of meshed together bouquet again, even with this similar color palette and just kind of mess with it a little bit more. You know what? I'm thinking about it. I might try and like mess around with it some more. Maybe do somewhat more of a tutorial, whether that's live on Instagram or I set something up with friends or who knows. I enjoyed it and it was some bright color. I've been loving color. Like I need everything I look at right now to be really bright because finally the sun is out. There is hope again. It's finally like just making me feel happy, and so everything I've looked at lately has to be really bright. And this was a good mix of that, of like there was some brightness in there, lots of texture and whatnot. Now, you're thinking, okay, cool, your bouquet came out kind of nice, whatever. Well, let me tell you, everyone does these really, really pretty like window garden scenes, and I'm always really jealous of them. And I think they look the best in oil paintings. I am not an oil painter at all, never have. Kind of terrified to ever touch oil paint. But I saw a really pretty photo on Pinterest that was definitely just like very Tumblr-esque, like moody, and all of the edits were on it. But I was like, screw it, I'll do some rendition of it. And this was largely, I think, watercolor because I only have like 2 greens left and they're both very blue based. So I definitely went heavy on watercolor on this one, but at that point I was like actually just enjoying the painting versus focusing on using up paint. And this water, again, I'm not really a person who's like big on quality of paint at this point in my life. I'm sure that in the future might change with like me being educated in things, but I just enjoy like painting and not getting stressed about it. So like I don't know if that like bothers you, sorry. But I really don't think like we should be, I think some people kind of get crap for like the quality of things they use, but I think there's so much just to like have fun in what you're doing versus worrying about that. So I'm literally using, this was a second-hand, clearly not great quality watercolor palette. Like I think I paid 50 cents for this and it has been killing it. Killing it. I mean, I'm literally using watered down paint that I've myself watered down. I'm using like whatever paint is just around. And I think that goes to show that like we can just have fun and it doesn't really matter. But wow. This one really gave me life. I needed, like I might try doing a bigger picture of it. because I like the ideas are coming to me afterwards. Like you'll see I added in like leaves and textures to the inside of the building. I'm working on that now. And then I was like, wait, the wall should have texture. And I started to do that after, which it was fine for a sketchbook, but I think I want to do it again and really like have fun with that and make it gritty and like cementy or woody, like depending on what I'm feeling. But man, the colors in this when it all comes together, like looking at it now, I'm so happy it's spring. That's basically what this all is. It was just me getting excited again for, oh my god, I literally just watched a squirrel scurry about, and I haven't seen that squirrel in so long. There's a squirrel that lives outside of our window. We've named it Richard. And he would just hang out, and that's might be the first time I've seen him. Oh my god, it's spring. Wow, that actually almost drew a tear to my eye. That just made me so much extra excited. I think I should try and draw Richard at some point. I'm gonna try. I think I only have like one photo of him, but now that he's back out and chilling, we're being friends again, I'm going to try and take some pictures of him and work Richard into some springtime photos. But basically this portrait just made me landscape, I guess. I don't know. It's kind of a setting. Who cares? It just made me so happy. I might have actually painted this. It was probably the day before the first day of spring. I don't know. It doesn't matter, but it was just like the timing of it and like me like finally being excited for nice weather and green. Oh my god, everything just needs color right now. I'm so This is my coping mechanism, is just looking for color and brightness to like make me happy. But this painting really did it, I do have to say. And I really just want to get the point across that you can do it with whatever you got. Whatever. You could have done this with colored pencil, whatever. Just have fun. I don't know. You let me know if you think I should like. I would happily try and do this again with a little more structure, because this was me just kind of messing about. And I think this would be so fun for an Instagram live or something, or again, some kind of organized paint event, especially the window. Maybe I should do that. Now I want to, but I'm just like stressed about having to break this down. It's fine. We're not going to talk about it. But wow, just that little vine dropping in from the top gave me life. I almost forgot to give it a branch to hang off of. That was a very last minute decision. Going kind of all these were like remembering, oh yeah, like the window pane, it would be kind of blobby where it meshes up, you know. My descriptive terms are on point today. But going in, kind of defining some lines some more, and then you'll see what I mean about the wall. Like I was like, oh yeah, there was probably a bit of depth here I should add, but it was all very last minute and it was just kind of blobbed on. But honestly, I loved it. I loved every second of it. Like I think a painting like this is truly what's fun about art. Just really getting into it, and I just can't get over it. The background was definitely, even though I did it first, it was like to me the least important part of this, because even looking at it now, I had no definition to the background. The fact I can put in blue last minute, which you're about to see in a second, was a miracle. I almost forgot to do that. I got so carried away on like the greenery in front of a window and like the pure feeling of just happiness of like nature inside. I forgot there was an outside to this painting. I know I sound like a crazy person, but I swear this painting just gave me such a fun feeling. And I hope you're feeling it. I hope right now you're like feeling energized. You're like, yeah, painting. Yeah, nature, sunshine, happiness. But yeah, that's it. Oh, and I dry brushed some white onto it, which is really hard to see in the video, and you probably can't even see it that well in general, but I dry brushed some white on it to make it look kind of like window painty, whether it's because it's dirty. We don't all clean our windows every day. Most of us are not perfect, or just because it's old or whatever. I thought that would just be kind of fun to add some window pane. Like, it's not even that obvious now looking at it, but it was fun. It was fun. That was the whole point of this, you know. If I haven't said that enough. Wow. Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. That made me so happy. Whoo. I had fun. Did you have fun? Have I said fun enough? Have I said bright colors, fun, happiness, spring, sunshine, Richard, that's his name. Enough in this video? Hmm? What do you think? I really hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know, would you want to see a long form of this? If so, it would most likely happen on Instagram at Shelby Lynn Lives, or it would just in some capacity be discussed over there. So if you're interested, follow me over there for updates. Feel free to comment below if this is up your alley. Let me know. Like I said, I do more of these on Patreon, so if you're interested, follow me over there. And I think that's it. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see y'all in the next one. Look in the mirror, look in the mirror.